kitchen. Right now I'm going to do a measured out thickening component. I find that my polygel or copper ball EDT HTD 2020 works better if I hydrate it. So I'm going to just, instead of trying to mix and drive myself crazy, we're going to go ahead and measure out some water. This is actually hydrosol. Some even numbers here. Ish. Tear it. Ooh, that smells good. That smells so good. This one is made with a mango hydrosol. Ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh baby, ooh. That smells good. All right. So the next thing we have to measure out is the carbomer. Oh, all my clean utensils are over here, so I'll just do that. Now I'm going to start with a large scoop, and then we'll move back probably a bit. So I need 10 grams, which is quite a bit, but not much at all. There we go. All right, so to maximize my surface area and prevent it from, encapsulating, I'm going to show you what I do. It's not cooperating with me today. This isn't particularly informative. Okay, there we go. So we don't want any like wet on the surface chunks. And we want to break up the powder just so it starts to, otherwise it's just going to sit on the top, and you're going to come back and you're going to go, what? How come this isn't? What the heck's going on? Now maybe different carbomers work differently, but this is what I find works best for me and this little beastie ingredient. And I don't want any big chunks with obvious white powder inside, because that's just going to take longer, see, to hydrate. And if you measure off just a tiny bit more than the 10, this is for a gallon of micellar water or alcohol sanitizers. This is how much works for me. I like this consistency. I like this thickness. You might want it more thick. You might want it less thick, depending on how you're going to use your product. For my sprays, I only use about half of this. But for my gels, this is a good thickness. If I want it super thick so that I can suspend and layer colors, then of course I'll make it thicker. But this is a good basic recipe if you're going to be using carbomer. All right, if you enjoyed this, come and stay a little longer and watch me create with it. Bye for now. We're getting started here. All right, so we are making a very fun thing today. We're going to be making a micellar that's layered in color. And it's going to be a challenge because you know somebody's going to shake it. You know it, I know it, we all know it. So it's got to be thick enough that it's not going to shake easily, and it's still got to be awesome on the skin. So without further ado, let me grab some gloves and get this baby going. So this first part, we're just going to mix the micellar water, which I showed you how to do like 100 million times, but I just now, right? So easy. You mix up your micelles, which are your soaps or your detergents, depending on what you're going for. If this was a facial preparation, because you want lower pH, or if you have somebody who's sensitive to soap. I'm not particularly sensitive to soap. I like my micellars to be to be soapy. But I've noticed a lot of micellars on the market are like soap free. Just means they're detergent based. All right, so we've got a nice bubbly micellar right here. Oh, but it's not completely dilute yet. We're gonna dilute it a little bit more, I think. But we've got all of our preservative in there for a gallon, and we're going to take our hydrated gel, which I let hydrate overnight, and add it to this. Now I'm hoping that 12 grams per gallon will be enough, because micellar waters tend to set up quite thickly because they've got a nice pH for the polymer that I'm using. All right, this carbomer, so I'm going to give that a nice stir. Watch it get thick, and we lose some of that. Isn't that magic? Isn't that magic? That's just magic. I was hoping that would happen. So we've got a nice thick micellar. So I'm going to get every little bit, because this stuff is really quite difficult to wash off of my beakers the next day. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days to soak them off. So I want all of that wonderful gluey bindy stuff, because it feels good on the skin too, and it does provide a bit of a barrier. All right, so I'm not going to scent all of this. This is a basic gel made from mango hydrosol, which is wonderful stuff. And so I'm going to divide this into a few colors, and we're going to scent it with something. I have been wanting to do a fun one. We're not going to get any fairs and stuff this year, but there's a really great fragrance that I got from Aztec called Ice Cream Parlor. So we're going to have a rainbow micellar with the name Ice Cream Parlor. So excited to celebrate all of our differences and all of our similarities through the symbolism of the rainbow, which has different meanings for different people, but I respect both of them, and I think they're wonderful. So without further ado, let's get coloring these up with a few water dispersible dyes, because this is a water base. So we want something that's not going to settle out. Like a mica may separate out because they're quite heavy. Many of them are mineral based, so we just want the dyes, the wonderful water based dyes, and I have a recipe for making them. If you want to check that out, check it out up in the corner. Click onto that one, and we're going to make all the colors. So, and the glycerin in my colorant, which is the base for my colorant, that's perfection. I'm so excited. Sorry. All right, let's get separating these out and start coloring them up. All right, so let's get started with fragrancing and getting this rainbow into fruition. Yay, yay, yay. All right, so we just need the tiniest bit of fragrance here to our ultra thick gel. Ooh. So this is probably going to darken, and that's okay because it's going to be used fairly quickly. We're going to test this one like we do all of them, so I'll make a little tester for me. But we just need the smallest amount of fragrance for that. So I'm going to put everything away. Now, one thing you'll probably notice when I'm making anything that has a lot of water in it, like lotions and other products, is that things look really, really wet. The reason things look really, really wet is because I'm constantly sanitizing everything. I mean, constantly sanitizing everything. I'm going to hear another sanitizing in just a second here. Let me just, oh, there's my spray. Now, some of the sanitizer I use is alcohol-based, and some is the kind that is used for containers and things in the wine industry. Both of them work really well. So we're just gonna try to mix this without getting too many bubbles in there. But we wanna get a good mix. That smells amazing. Yeah, I love smelling like, I like smelling like an ice cream parlor. This is kind of like waffle cookies and yummy toppings that look like caramel and chocolate and strawberry. It's awesome sauce. So that's what we have here, some awesome sauce. Alrighty, so let's just do a quick little wipe around the edges. Make sure everything has been completely incorporated, because we've got some around the sides there. And I'm going to go off camera because I tended to go off camera, and I have to apologize for that. I do my best to kind of zoom into it, but it doesn't always work. We'll just get the rest of that fragrance out of that one. Is that one the one that I picked up for that? No, it was this one. Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna pour. I'm gonna be able to make a few. Oops, dripping all over. I love these containers, they're wonderful. They're great for doing some fluid pours. Like if you want to do, I need 6 of these. Oops, actually 7, because I wanted one to be clear. So, and we're going to be able to do more, I think. Maybe I'll do one in Jelly Belly colors. Those are so pretty. Have you seen the pastels? I've got enough left over that I might actually do that. Okay, so there's our 6. Let's wipe and clean as we go. Now, another reason you don't want to use too much fragrance in a micellar water is because this is not a rinse-off product. This is a stay-on product. And so you don't want to burn anyone's skin. You don't want to overpower them. Treat it like perfume if you want a strong product. If you don't, treat it like soap and be very, very stingy, I guess. So if you don't want it to linger on people's hands, but you want to give them the essence of it, like a impressionistic painting, you know, the impression of the fragrance without overwhelming them, just go light on the fragrance. Okay, that's a really good way to go. And I think I've got too much in this one, and too much in that one, and too much in that one. Wow, I overfilled these. We're not going to be able to mix them. I'm not careful. All right. So let's get started with our colors. So I have red, yellow, blue, and purple. Those are my primaries for my colorants. Now these guys need new labels. That needs a new label. That's okay. I know what color it is. And I've got little beads in there to help me shake them all up. So I'm going to do a quick little shake, 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 Shara. And that one. That one's got some pretty big ones in it. And our yellow. All right, so let's start with purple because it's my favorite. Actually, let's start with yellow. So we're going to make the yellows very light, all right, because I don't want, if somebody shakes this up, I want them to get purple. I don't want them to get brown or that weird khaki green. So we're going to go lots of blue. All right. We're going to go lots of red. Now I did use Nurture's really red mica in that one as well, so I'm not sure, you know, how well it's going to work. Hope it doesn't bleed is all I'm saying. That's my purple. And then we'll do green. A green with some blue in it, like, yeah. And then our orange. I'm gonna put a couple more in that. And I think we're good. So let's see where we are for our colors. I'm gonna use this little guy. Ooh, that's dark. Maybe too dark. I don't know. No, I think it's gonna be fine. It might be too dark. Maybe this will be our purple. Yeah, that's kind of better. That's kind of what I had in mind. So we got lots of purple now. I don't want to stain people's hands. All right, that's what I was going for. So we'll do the blue next. Hopefully I didn't overdo the blue too. No, I think the blue's fine. The blue was kind of not mixed well enough. I think most of my dye and my pigment was on the bottom of my blue. That's good. And then we'll go to the green, which is just right. It is way past that little monkey's bedtime, but she's up here with my soapy kitchen, so she gets to stay up with me some days. You hear a little girl in the background. She's just playing. She's just playing. She's a little night owl. Super, super cute little night owl. Okay, I don't think that's too dark. That purple always gets me in trouble. It's always so intense. I don't know if I've got enough yellow. Let's see. Nope, that's not enough yellow. That looks like off-white. That's not gonna work. Hopefully the orange is gonna fully. I'm gonna need too much more. There we go. There we go. Honestly, I don't want to end up with a brown. It may end up brown anyway with the vanilla content in the ice cream parlor, but most likely not. All right, let's see what this pink is doing. I think I went a little crazy with my pink too. So I'm gonna get, let's see, I'm gonna have to, ooh, that smells amazing. I think I'm gonna let that one stand. Alice, it's bedtime, baby girl. Alrighty, and the orange. Oh, I think I used too much pink. I need a little more yellow. I wonder, I don't want that much. Let's see. There we go. We got an orange. Okay. Okay. That's a discard. I think that's 2. So purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So there's our rainbow. I'm going to put these dies away and get some syringes. And we'll start filling these babies. All right, let's fill these babies up. Okay, so I've got syringes. And I can just refill these as I go along. Okay, purple, blue. This is going to get messy. I know it is. Now, I'm not sure how well these are going to fill, but I hope they're going to fill, and I hope they're going to stay, and I hope they're going to be awesome sauce. Because, you know, when you dream of something, you just want it to be perfect, right? Especially when it's an art project like this. You want it to be cool. Now, I purposely made my pinks and my blues darker than my oranges and greens. I'm going to go with this one, actually. Change my mind. Because if it does mix, because it probably will, I want it to be purple in the bottle. So we're looking at aesthetics here. So we get, you know, the idea of yellow and green and orange without it messing up. The possible shelf appeal. Because, you know, I know that when I show you guys things, some of you will consider putting them on the shelf, and I'm totally okay with that. So green, yellow, orange, pink. Now I'm just going to do a couple of these in front of you, but I'm sure I'll make more. If you want a custom order of these, they come in sets of 6. But you can make them however you want them. All right, so I'm going to get the containers and we'll start filling. All right, let's fill these babies up. So we're going to start from this side with the purple. So we're going to add these are 15 ml containers, so we're going to add, okay, we've got 6. They're a little bit more than 15, so I'm going to put 2.5 mils per, and we'll see what that gives us. Okay. So I'm going to go down the opposite side this time for the next 2.5 mils. I don't want to mix them. These are definitely going to be rainbow. Maybe I'm not going to actually tap these babies down. I'm just going to go from side to side. Oh, that looks pretty. I think I messed up. We'll do that all again. Oh, I forgot the orange. That's fun. That is totally fun. All right, so we've got rainbow micellar waters. Let's try that again. So I'm going to use a lot more purple. So we'll just go ahead and twice as much as I did. That's awesome.
When I'm with you, I feel like I'm inside a rainbow. When I'm with you, I feel like I'm inside a rainbow. The days are dull and gray all the time when you're away.
like a tie-dye rainbow. That is super fun. We got all the colors. I am super stoked about this. All right, if you enjoyed this, please click like and subscribe and come on back to my soapy kitchen anytime. Bye for now, guys.